want to start with one of my favorite quotes from Sun Tzu, the Chinese general. He said, "Victorious warriors win first and then go to war. Defeated warriors go to war and then seek to win." Most dealership leaders, they go to war every morning, but they don't win first. They come in with no defined mission, no locked target, and then they wonder why the day eats them alive. You cannot win the execution war if you lose the first battle. And that battle is fought before you ever speak to your first customer, before you put out your first fire, before that first deal even lands on your desk. That battle in your head, it's your ability to protect your focus, to crush drift, and to direct your energy with precision. Can you see the wisdom in the statement that you cannot win the execution war if you lose the very first battle in your head each morning? You are not like other leaders out there blaming the market or their people or bad luck, because you know this truth. Execution collapses when focus collapses, and focus collapses when you let your brain get hijacked by every fire, ding, and distraction before you've ever even engaged in the real mission of the day. I'm Chris Hunsaker, and this is the Dealership War Room. Leadership fire, 7 minutes, built daily, fueled intentionally, and delivered relentlessly. And today, we're going to start winning the execution war. So let's dive in. Ryan walked in Monday morning with a crystal clear plan. 2 hours of block time to work on follow-up systems. Then address front-end gross. Why is it dropping? What are they going to do to get it back? Finally, spend some time with the used car manager to dial into what are we going to do to improve turn times. 37 minutes later, plan was dead. A vendor called with critical contact issue. Finance checked in with a deal that was stuck in funding. A technician wanted to know about a customer that was in the waiting lounge. 3 totally unrelated fires. And Ryan's plan, it was completely toast. But the biggest challenge, the one thing that was most important, that one critical issue, went completely untouched. The truth, if you don't defend the first 90 minutes of your day, then you've already surrendered, because your calendar is a literal battlefield. And if you walk into it unarmed, you're left fighting with your bare hands. The real enemy, it's not your market, it's not your people, it's your own untrained mind. And that first battle every day is a battle against your own mental drift. Because if you don't win that first battle, then you will spend the day reacting and not directing. The best way to win that battle is to choose the right weapon. And what I'm going to suggest you use is a tool that I call the execution map. It has 3 main elements: mission, target, and timing. And let's look at how you can use this one tool to absolutely own your mornings and win that first battle. Number 1, or the first element of this framework, is mission. Define the one mission critical activity that will make the biggest difference. Not 2 things, not 3 things. Many of you have 100 things, and there are 10 that are absolutely critical. But what I want you to do is narrow your focus all the way down to that one thing that is most important, most mission critical, so that you can absolutely win and you cannot lose. Number 2 is target. And this is where you define exactly what done looks like. There are a lot of dealers that I work with can do number 1. They can define the mission. But when I say, what does done look like? They struggle with that level of precision. You can't say something like, we want to do sales training with our team. It needs to be absolute and precise so we know exactly what done means. I am going to work with each salesperson on our team on how to overcome objections using Andy Elliott's framework by 10:30. Number 3 is timing. Get it done before lunch. Lock it in, get it scheduled, prioritize the time so you can absolutely execute and get this done before noon. Then everything after that becomes a win. Now let's look at the real world. Take a sales manager, and he wants to run this framework, right? Mission, target, and then timing. He's going to come in, and here's his thing. What is the number 1 most important thing? We're going to follow up with every unsold lead from Saturday by 10:30 a.m. Mission, target, timing. For a service manager, what would that look like? Mission, target, timing. We're going to contact every single customer whose car has been here 48 hours or longer by lunch today. Why am I so insistent about before noon? Because after lunch, what I call dealership gravity starts to take over. Random requests, emotional weather, and drive-by interruptions, they just multiply throughout the day. And if you don't lock in that first win early, then you're going to end up going home tired, worn out, and with nothing to show for it but a bunch of half-finished skirmishes. I want to invite you to please commit to this mind shift, because I guarantee you that your mind is going to whisper to you, just answer this one email. You can put it off a little bit. We'll get to that later. That's not innocent. That's sabotage. And if you win the early win, if you get that first win, then you own the rest of the day. So now let's turn insight into action. And I want you to grab a sticky note and I want you to write down your one mission critical item. What's that one thing? And I want you to carry it, guard it, and complete it before noon. So here's the test. I want you to ask yourself, if I only get one win today, what one win will most move the needle? And then go win before you get sucked into a dozen other battles. Because when you win that first battle of the day, you take that energy, that momentum, and you carry it into every other battle for the rest of the day. So let's come all the way back to where we started with Sun Tzu. Victorious warriors win first and then go to battle. So today, win first, and then the rest of the day, it's just mopping up. So go out, create some leadership fire, and I will see you tomorrow in the Dealership War Room.